Source for speedrunning year-round. Today we have It's Dangerous to Go Alone, which is a celebration of cooperative speedruns, and this episode is all about shooters and beat-em-ups. We have a handful of runs today. I'm super excited to get into that, but before we do, have a couple of announcements. Unapologetically Black and Fast is coming up. In this new recurring Hotfix marathon, Black runners are front and center in a celebration of Black joy. This first iteration is running February 12th and 13th for 12 hours a day. The schedule is now out, and you can find it at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. Your subs and bits help support the weekly Hotfix content, so if you're enjoying, feel free to support the channel by subscribing or cheering. We have another event coming up as well, Frost Fatales, which is February 27th to March 5th. Use !FF in chat or go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more info. So the first run that we have today is Gears of War 3 4-player co-op, and I'm super excited to introduce Cypherin, MC Aaron Ice, Metroid McFly, and Rot Dog. How are you all doing today?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, doing great. Thank you.
Doing awesome. And I'll say hello for Rot as well.
Yeah, you won't be hearing from Rot today. His headset's been a little wonky, but we will speak for him. He says, "What's up?"
Awesome. Want to tell us a little bit about what category you all will be doing today, and then we can jump into the run.
Sounds good. So yeah, this is Gears of War 3, a expansion for Gears of War 3. It's called Ram Shadow, which takes place before the first Gears of War game. So it's a shorter campaign, but it is a full campaign. And we're doing the 4-player co-op run, any percent, and we're playing on casual difficulty. With casual, the enemy health actually scales with how many people are there. So the enemies still have quite a bit of health, but they will not hurt us very much, which allows us to go much faster. And with all that being said, I think we're ready to go. We have a little bit of a wonky setup here because to start the game, if we start from the lobby, we don't get to choose our characters, and we want to have very specific characters. So we've already started the game and died, so it's going to start right where the game starts whenever we click respawn. So we're ready to go.
Sweet. Fantastic. And we're going to be changing perspectives throughout the run so you all can see the action. So the names and screens and cameras of everyone are going to be rotating throughout the run, and they should be on the screen so you'll know exactly who's doing what. We're going to get to see from all 4 players different perspectives. But yeah, you all, I'm ready to count down if you are.
Go for it.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, so we're going to jump right into the mix here. This game starts off right with a big firefight. And even though we have 4 different perspectives, for most of the game, we're all going to be together. So we will be able to see each of us as we come through here. I'm up front shooting and stuff. McFly's going to be up top, and Rot's up top. And at the moment, Cypherin is out in the back on a mortar, dropping mortars from the sky to help us clear out some of these enemies. We're going to be attacked here by some big Reavers, these big flying enemies, along with some big heavies that are shooting stuff at us. And for the most part, we're just trying to clear it out as fast as we can. There are some... we can't move on to the next spot until all the Reavers are dead. So they'll come one by one. We're just going to keep blowing them away. Rod is up on a turret at the moment.
I was just actually going to mention that they actually took out his turret, so unfortunately we don't have them right now.
I should have said it before they took it out, but we would probably reset at that point if we were trying to do like a really, really fast run because the turret is really important. But we'll be all right.
Yeah, it's just a little extra damage. I mean, the turret does way more damage than what we would normally be doing, so it's just a little slower, but it's all fine. It just happens. I mean, especially when those Reavers drop and stuff, if they happen to target Rod, you can see actually on my screen, they hit it again, even though he's not even there anymore. But yeah, it's just all luck of the draw.
And so you guys saw there that one of us went down. If you go down, you're not out. You can revive your teammates. There are situations where they will completely kill you if you don't revive them soon enough. So we'll be on the lookout for that. For the most part, going down isn't that big a deal, but...
How did you all like route different strategies between the four of you? You know, what was the process of developing your strats for this speedrun?
Well, for the most part, we just kind of played through it, right?
Yeah, just trying
Go ahead,
different things.
go ahead, McFly.
I was just gonna say, I mean, basically how we can cover each other. Like, what I'm about to do now is kind of a good example of that, where there's this section here where you can control the Hammer of Dawn, which is just an extremely powerful weapon. But naturally, I can't just use that on everybody at the time, or at the same time. So it's really just about, like, you know, if I'm gonna use this, then I can, we can talk about like MCA and Cypher covering the right side. I'll go ahead and cover the left side with this, which I'm gonna take out the next Reaver that drops to. So, yeah, it's just kind of trying different things out and seeing what really worked. Really just playing through. But
That's awesome.
Oh, that guy came up late.
when we first started, it was just a lot of communication, I guess. It was almost like improv.
Yeah.
Just trying different things and be like, okay, I've got grenades for this. Do you have grenades? Like, there's a lot of different things that you can do if you have maybe a lucky grenade drop from some enemy, and so now you can do something a little different. So really just kind of talking it out as we go.
Yeah, we don't have, like, we have a kind of a set agenda of what each person's going to do, but we have to adapt a little bit on the fly because we could get different drops throughout the game. It's a good reason to talk about. So we play different characters, so we do have different weapons to start the game, but they are maintained throughout the game. So if we pick up other weapons, you'll have them for the rest of the game until you pick something else up. And in some parts of the game, you can get weapons that you can't get later. So we do try to route around that. If we found situations where we want a weapon very late in the game, so we have to hold on to it from early on. And so we kind of juggle it that way. This is dabbing on the haters.
Yeah, I got it. I did it. All right.
Dab skip.
So
We just found that.
Yeah, only one dab. So the other thing is, you know, speaking of weapons and stuff, we actually tried like a lot of different combos. There's actually a part towards, you know, like mid game into the end game where we found that there's a weapon that actually is like the weakness of the final boss, but you normally wouldn't have that weapon there at all. So we kind of routed that kind of stuff in to be able to grab that weapon earlier in the game and carry it all the way to the end just to save all that time on that boss. And so, yeah, it's some neat stuff like that we got to figure out.
You may have seen us there with the claim to fame of Gears of War is the Lancer, which is a gun with a chainsaw attached to it. So we use that whenever possible. It's like a one-hit kill for enemies, and it also saves our ammo. So there's a lot of good opportunities to use it, and it's quite fun.
Yeah, and I take the long shot here just to try to cover a lot of this stuff. There's snipers up top. Switch Lancer is kind of like the go-to. Most of us always have that for pretty much the whole game. Maybe occasionally drop it just for a little bit for a shotgun or something, depending on if it's a little better for the area that we're in.
Okay, great. So Rot's gonna help us do the E-holes here. So E-holes in this game, like emergence holes, are where the enemies can kind of pop out of. You're gonna see McFly doing there. And they open up and enemies just kind of pour out of them over and over again. But if you hit them with an explosive, it closes them up immediately. And that's pretty much the biggest tech in this game that we're going to be using, is trying to keep those E-holes immediately closed. Otherwise, you have to wait for enemies to crawl out over and over and over again. We do get to use their weapons that they drop, so Rot let them crawl out just a little bit further there so they would drop all their weapons. Any weapon that an enemy uses in this game, we can also use. So I'm using like kind of like it's called a mulcher, a little bit of a machine gun that one of the previous enemies dropped. Doesn't quite have the mobility I wanted, but we got it. That's actually really fast.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I'm going to come up here and grab some of their weapons. There we go. This game has a really great feature where you can mark enemies, and you can also mark weapons and drops on the ground, which is super useful for pointing stuff out to people. Instead of saying look that way or look over here, you can just mark it on the game.
Yeah,
That's
quite honestly,
super useful.
I think that system is better than a lot of current games, honestly.
There's very few. Yeah, there's this game's the Gears series added that like almost 15 years ago now, and very few games do it. And it's you see it now, like maybe like Apex Legends or something that can mark stuff, and people talk about how kind of revolutionary that was, but Gears did it first.
So we have a point here where we're waiting for Rot to hit a switch and Jack to open the door. I was sharing ammo with the team just to make sure that we're all balanced coming into the next areas here.
No wonder you guys work so well together. You're like his damn translator.
Yeah, it's great. You can share ammo, you can trade weapons with your teammates, so you can kind of help each other out, which is really awesome. These little wretches, they're kind of the mobs. This game, they'll always pop out. You just gotta mow them down.
Yeah, just making sure that it's all cleared out. We don't want to leave one behind.
Yeah, most of this game about like being able to go fast. I've never had one come down here before. There we go. What about going fast is just yeah. Is you want to have every enemy dead. A lot of times you can't move forward if they're not all dead. Maybe that's more part of this this particular DLC campaign than the regular campaign, but in this DLC they kind of want you to kill everything.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. I was watching Jack. This is our friendly little robot here that opens the doors for us, so we kind of just have to wait him out too. So if you ever just see us kind of standing, waiting, that's what we're waiting for.
What a helpful friend. What's
Yeah.
up? How you doing? So kind.
All right, so we're gonna have some more e-holes here, and Rot's gonna close those up for us. And if he misses one, I'm gonna pick up the slack for him. It's a backup.
So you can see in this room, I kind of just watch these guys do their thing. There's a door here we're going to open once this is all done. So I just want to be ready to get this right away.
Yeah, and I'm back up for this other e-hole in case Rot is unable to get it over here.
I got it right. All right, it's good.
Nice.
Cool. There we go. And that is the end of Act 1.
Nice job. Awesome. It's really
Now, the
fun
awesome
seeing
part,
the coordination with all four of you at the same time and how you divvy up the enemies is really, really cool.
Yeah, we change strats almost every run because we always try to find something new, like maybe we shot this first or whatever. So now we're doing one of the cool things they added for Gears 3, which is that they had some multiplayer stuff where you could play as the Locust, and in this campaign you get to play as the Locust and play as General Ram, which is who McFly will be. So the rest of us are just helpers. McFly gets to be Ram himself.
Yeah, feels good. So, you know, I mean, if you're going to play as any Locust, I mean, this is the one to be, so I guess I'm quite fortunate. Rom gets to use a lot of really cool stuff here, so I can, like, use the krill that are flying around me and just kind of point at people, and they do my bidding. The krill do, anyway, not the people I'm pointing at. They're the unfortunate souls there. But, yeah, I mean, so when I'm kind of getting to take out some of the people that are higher up, I have a little easier time with them. So then Cypher and MCA are going to be able to just smash these guys as they come down. I'll help Cypher out a little bit there. And then Rot's got, I think, a torque bow, correct? I forget exactly what Rot has. Yeah, Rot's got the torque bow.
And a sawed-off.
I can't find him on my screen for some. Oh, he's way back there. That's why.
He runs all the way in the back. Yeah, there's some guys
Yeah.
way in the back Rot goes and gets. And Cypher and I park ourselves underneath these buildings so they rappel down, and we just immediately smash them. We're big Mauler guys, swing these big flails.
Yeah, so pretty much we just to take out all the cog, and then this guy Trevor is what we call him, but his name's actually Tremor. But our friend Trevor just hammers this thing in, and once that's all good, then we'll move on to the next part of the stage here.
The guy glitched on the rope, went through the ground, and I still got him.
Yeah, the story of Gears is kind of like all these locusts were like living underground, and then on E-Day they all came out to attack, make themselves known and attack the world or whatever. And so that's what this campaign is kind of reenacting, is the humans are trying to get out, and when we play the locust part, it's just us. We're setting up those e-holes to like let our people come out and attack or whatever.
Trevor kind of got in my way there a little bit, but Yeah, so that was pretty good. Again, they're just using the krill to take out everybody on the balcony and in the chopper, while everybody else can take out everybody on the ground. We kind of repeat that process here for a couple little sections.
Yeah, we're mostly trying to keep eyes on each other, make sure nobody slips through the cracks. This is the Gears series is a cover shooter. You take cover and pop up and shoot and stuff, and you're not going to see that in this run because we're just going to go guns blazing. But the enemies still do it, and so you can lose track of one behind a wall pretty easily. On to the next part.
Yeah, are there any times where it's like you're running around searching for like that last enemy that you just can't really find, or between the four of you?
Yes.
So, like, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit.
All
It's
the
like,
time.
where are you? Come on.
Yeah, we usually can tell because the game's not progressing.
Sure.
It's just like, what the heck is going on right now? And so then becomes the hunt is on.
Yeah. Hide and seek, trying to find that last enemy.
Speaking of,
Speaking of,
Oh
is it
no,
happening?
I called it into
we got it.
existence.
And show them destruction.
yeah, the enemies aren't necessarily always very aggressive either. You might just find one hiding in a corner somewhere.
I just somehow picked.
Oh, no.
I did the execution on this guy. You're supposed to pick up his entire body, but I only picked up his head off his body, which is pretty awesome. You gotta love when that kind of stuff happens.
So Rob and McFly are gonna pick guys up that are up in the air because Cypher and I can't reach up there, and guys are coming from underground, and we're just hanging out together, smashy.
Yeah, Rod's dance here, nice. Just cutting a rug there before we get out.
And that is the end of the first Locust session. We'll see them again later. Picking right back up where we left off with our buddies.
Some bad juju in the
So this is going to come up on another coordination room. There's a couple of those where everybody's got something that they can be doing right away that will make the room go really fast, and this is one of them. So you're going to see everybody kind of split off and doing some stuff here.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna snipe a few guys on the top. Rod's gonna try to go and take out some guys that are dropping mortars. And then there's a few boomers on the side, or on the other side of this map too.
Yeah, there's some E-holes in the back that Cypher and I are coming out to help clear out.
And for those of y'all coming in, we're swapping perspectives depending on, the players let us know ahead of time. Oh, we're going to see some action on this player's screen, that player's screen. So there are 4 of them playing all at once, and the perspectives are kind of shifting throughout the run. You can see everyone's names of whose screen's doing what.
Yeah, we tried to pick who's doing the most interesting things at the specific times, just so you can get a idea of kind of all the different stuff that's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I mean, everybody's trying to do everything, so it's like.
Yeah, but for the most part, we're all together, so you get the idea.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did she say that Prescott sent the Onyx guard?
All right, so we're gonna come in. We're fighting a big Brumac here. They're gonna load us up with a boom shot, just like the grenade launcher, and we've got to take down. I don't know what this building did to us, but we got to take it down for some reason. We're gonna shoot down all the columns, and there's gonna be enemies everywhere, and then we're gonna have a nice big boss fight.
Wow, I missed.
I did too. Nope, I'm on screen.
Dude, I missed again. That's kind of rough.
I went through one of the holes in the column.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take more than bullets to take down those columns.
Up on my side there, Cypher.
Yep.
The A-hole is slow, so we got some visitors.
Took him down. I've not seen that before.
When this so this boss goes down pretty quickly, and there's a pretty
Blinding light. So if you don't
yeah.
want to see a big flashy white light in about 2 seconds, look away for
Yeah, light sensitivity warning.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. Even if you don't have sensitivity, it's just like I don't know why it has to be so violent.
Turn it on your phone at 2 a.m.
Yeah, turn away now.
Yeah,
Thanks for the heads up.
Like it's so unnecessary.
Wow. Yeah, that
Gear
is
Force.
significant.
Well, I gotta get my guns here. At least we'll be synchronized here.
Not go quietly.
You're on the wrong side, man. You should have got on the left side.
There we go.
There it
you
is.
go.
Yeah, come on.
Wait, now we're out of sync.
Oh no.
Get in
All right,
there.
me and Rob
Oh,
got it.
it's all right. It's all right.
All right, now we're off to. I believe this is a new act. We're off into a school now. We're gonna look for some survivors, and
This place has
we're not gonna find very many. I can tell you that much.
Control, this is Zeta's. Barrack, you're on point.
We do have some like walk and talk scenes. Fortunately, by the time Gears 3 ran around, they realized that people really don't want to walk and talk anymore, so they let you skip them.
It's a shame
So
to
you'll
see
see
it
us
in school.
say a couple words and then immediately be done.
Yeah, and another thing that's kind of interesting about these parts is that we don't all have to run it. As long as one person gets there, there's parts of the game that it'll just basically push everybody up with you and teleport them to you. So we kind of just let one runner, or maybe in some cases 2 people go, just to make sure that we don't crowd the room and get in each other's ways and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you can use that to your advantage too, because people can stay behind and pick up weapons and stuff. So we've kind of routed it that way at least a little bit when those opportunities are there.
Hello? Is someone there?
And in this case, we're just running to a specific spot to hit a switch. And Rot's a pretty good runner,
Hello?
but
Dr.
I run
Weiss?
with him just so it looks like I'm doing something. And if I win, then good for me.
Moral support.
Yeah, meanwhile, Cypher and I just dance.
Yeah, you might not be seeing that right now, but yeah, we're doing the Gear Force.
I love it.
You hear something?
I think I'm going to get to the switch first. I'm going to steal glory here.
Yeah.
Oh, it pushed you ahead. Come on.
Fight something.
Be careful.
Yeah,
Oh, you rolled in front. Okay, well.
it's all part of the strategy.
Yeah, we're all definitely going to go the correct way in this little labyrinth.
You mean go left, right?
Yeah. Yeah, go left, right. It's pretty easy to go the wrong way here, and everybody else just follows. We're all sheep
Yeah.
here.
I win.
It's okay, so we're going to get trapped in here with, this is going to be just Wretch Central, and we're just going to slice and dice for probably a good minute here.
Yeah, MCA mentioned earlier that we chainsaw a lot, if nothing else, just to save ammo. And so here we like to do that a lot too.
Yeah, one nice thing is like it just immediately grabs them, so they can't run away from you, which is kind of handy. So one thing we can talk about, we haven't really talked about yet, is while we're doing this, is the active reload system in Gears. So when you reload a gun, there's a little gray bar in the middle of the reload. So if you tap reload again, you can reload faster. If you miss it, it jams up your gun. So there's like a risk reward. And there's also like a very, very small spot on the reload that if you hit it, you get bonus damage to all the bullets that you've just reloaded. So you can use that to your advantage to, in some points, we will empty our clip and try to get an active reload just so we can do some extra damage and finish stuff off faster.
Very
You're
cool.
looking for that DPS. Trying to be a little careful because you can chainsaw the same enemy. 2 people can, so which is obviously a waste of time.
Yeah, you might say chainsaw goes burr, you know?
Brr.
But, you know, there's, I think this next part's kind of interesting. Basically, I have to not miss this shot or Siphon dies, and he makes sure that I always remember that.
Please don't miss the shot.
So let's just hope for the best.
For the love, don't miss the shot.
If I was going to snipe someone who can one-shot kill us while we spread out and start clearing up E-holes ASAP, Rot's going to run up the stairs and kill some maulers with a sawed-off shotgun. And if we do it right, when the last E-hole closes, it'll already be done.
Operation Lifeboat.
So all eyes on McFly.
Oh, I missed.
All right, well, he didn't shoot us.
He didn't
That's
die,
okay.
though. That's great. Okay,
Oh
good.
my god.
All right.
Well, the pressure was on, so...
All right, and he's going to go back. So in this game, too, the grenades are sticky grenades, and you can tag them to the ground. And so when the E-hole opens up, they just immediately explode and close it. And so he's back there planting those to do that, which is really cool. You can stick it to enemies as well, which hopefully you'll see later, at least in one situation. But we do use them a lot for the E-holes. And that went pretty well.
Yeah. The thing is, it doesn't lose any time. Oh, I went the wrong way. I'll grab
we
this ammo.
duped him.
I went intentionally to get this ammo, you know?
Yeah, he went to good team.
I was gonna say, I mean, stuff like that, like missing that shot on that guy, naturally, like it didn't lose us any time because as long as I'm gonna take him out on the next shot, it's all good. It is, yeah, I guess we got kind of lucky there. Or I did, at least. I'll take the blame for that. But like, yeah, I mean, if he would have shot Siphon, it is a one shot, and we'd have to just restart that. But fortunately, if he misses anyway or targets somebody else that he's not going to be able to get to, then it turns out perfectly fine. So there's a lot of stuff like that too, where it's not completely consistent. It's not the exact same thing every time. So
Dude, got some wretches falling from the ceiling here.
yeah, I'm
We
trying
rev
to
the chainsaw. Sometimes we can catch them in midair, which is fun.
trying to keep an eye on everybody, see if anyone needs help. But you guys got it under control.
And Rot's going to immediately dance again because anytime he can.
I'm leaving my office now. We are all gathering to go to my orphanage as there are locusts approaching the school.
Come on, Jake.
Go to the gymnasium immediately.
What's the holdup?
And please be careful.
Jeff? Whatever your name is.
Sounds like you already left.
So this next area we're going to get into has a bunch of tickers, which are like, I don't know, they're kind of like little locust rats, I guess, that can run up and explode in your face. And so we'll do our best to clear those out without getting downed all over the place.
She said they hadn't checked in.
Call the room the social distancing simulator.
Except we're really bad at it.
If you stand too close to someone and they blow up and they're downed already, they will die, and we'll have to restart the checkpoint. So,
Yep.
don't want to do that.
Rod says, remember to spot them.
It's really handy because they get kind of lost underneath these.
Yeah, basically just want to try to get those quick
Oh,
revives.
and
just
there
in
we
case.
go.
Oh, it happened, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get revived. I did. If they blow up next to you, then no good.
Dang, yeah.
But
Yeah.
luckily, it does just start as the checkpoints are very generous. I mean, they put you right back where you were, and
Right.
you have all your same stuff, so it's not really that big a deal.
Oh, that's super forgiving. That's great, especially in a speedrun scenario like this.
Yeah, and we've tried a few different things here. This is kind of just a really long room, and it's just kind of, you have to be careful not to just try to like go through it too fast, and then maybe we leave some behind, and then you got to go back and try to find them, and it takes a while. So it's kind of a mix of just brute force, like get in there a little bit, but then also try to watch our back too. So
Yeah, you have to kill all of them, so you can't just run through anyway.
and sometimes they like to get stuck under tables, and you can't get them. gonna have some behind me now. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going crazy.
Over here, just hanging out. There it is.
Nice.
Jack not doing too bad here.
I'm at 190 if anyone can
So why isn't the
share just a little bit.
No wonder he was leading.
I'm even less, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm less.
Well, I don't remember who picks up the ammo box.
Yeah. All right, we got another E-hole in the back of this room here that I will try not to miss the shot on and get it cleared out so everybody can start moving. I got it.
Nice. I'm watching wretches in the back as they try to sneak up behind us.
Oh, Rot's down.
Got him.
Alright, Rot and I like to just be prepared for when these guys come out of a door. We'll just chainsaw them instantly. Okay.
There you go, synchronized sawing. Olympics are on. I give that a 10 out of 10.
Nice.
Did any of them make it?
Damn it.
Let's see.
So yeah, this is where we are realizing that no one survived.
I won't need that ammo box if somebody else wants to still grab it.
That's why we're here.
I'll take it.
Keep moving.
The cog does what it can for its people.
I can't get to the wall to do this dance with Rot. Oh, here we go.
The cog
All right, they practiced this, so
destroyed everything I had.
He's-
All right, you got it.
No other choice.
Okay.
The cog
Alright.
gave me a gun
Let's see it.
and sent me here to do the same
No.
thing to someone else.
there we go.
This was your home once, Val. It's the
Will they
cog
do a
that
variation?
I
That's the
can
question.
for you.
This is
I don't know better.
the most desynced dance.
Important dance
Oh, here we
break
go.
right here.
Here we go.
This
Yeah,
sets
we
up the
kinda-
RNG for later in the run.
Yes, this is
Yeah, this
important
is-
RNG manipulation.
It's basically the Konami code there.
We got there eventually.
All right, so we got this locker room fight against these Cerapedes. You can only shoot them in the backside, so they'll probably chase one of us around a little bit.
Or a giant.
All I can smell is locust.
And then they spray Mountain Dew everywhere as we kill them. This stream should look pretty fun. Maybe it's more Baja Blast. Probably up to McFly, he's the expert.
Oh, I love Baja Blast.
Now this is my kind of fun.
The colors are very vibrant, very, very splashy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mostly if they follow someone, you can just, someone else gets behind them. This actually works really well for co-op. In single player, it's much more difficult. All right,
Not too
Yeah, that
bad.
was good. That was good.
That did
we're
it.
into the gym. We get to meet our friend the Berserker.
This way.
There's
Yeah, so I'm gonna run straight to this lever. Basically, we have to bring these bleachers out, and there's some boxes in the way, so they're gonna shoot the boxes while I run straight to this and get that started. And then in the second room that we're gonna come to here in a second, there's gonna be 3 boxes, and we actually have to have the Berserker take them out for us.
We need
So we
to
kind of have to
unlock
just
the
hide a little
bleachers.
bit.
Get the metal boxes. So we're gonna group up.
Stay away
'Cause he
from
will
her.
chase the one you don't want to chase if you split up at all.
Lights now is better than
See if he works.
Good. So
Okay.
far, so good.
He's gonna.
Oh,
like
yeah, we
it.
like it.
This way.
Hey,
There we
there we go.
All right, so now we can flip the switch on this one,
We need to get out of here.
and we can't fight him here yet. He's kind of invulnerable, but we're gonna fight him outside. He says, "Catch me outside."
Yeah, so usually Rod and I will distract them here, play some basketball, while Aaron and McFly run up forward.
This way. Only one way now. Get outside.
All right,
All right.
and we're gonna get the Scorcher here because it stuns him, and I'm gonna attempt to stick him with these grenades,
He's standing
Do
on
some
top of
extra
the
damage.
Scorcher.
which could be very dangerous.
But
Sticking
yeah, you see what the Scorcher does. Not only does it make the Berserker a little bit more vulnerable, but can also stop it in its tracks.
Stuck.
I got you.
All right. Yeah, he becomes like a walking.
Why is he running?
Come on, buddy.
He's scared.
There you go.
McFly, I picked up your long shot. It dropped though.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, so that was that.
So
And
the
now we're
tricky
going
thing,
back to Locust stuff again.
the thing that makes that part really scary is that MCA is tagging the Berserker with grenades, and so if he gets downed like that as it runs towards him and hits him, then the grenade will blow him up, and so you will be able to kill yourself with them. So that's why that fight gets kind of rough.
Yeah, he'll down you if he runs into you, and you also get downed if the grenade explodes on you, and either one of those will also kill you. So if you blow yourself up and he runs into you, you're dead, and vice versa. It becomes kind of messy. But we still do it because it looks cool, and if it works out, it is faster, we think.
It seems pretty fast.
Yeah, I think it's faster to stick him for sure. So it's worth the risk, and in this setting, it's maybe more not necessary. But we want to show you everything.
Absolutely. And how's this run been so far for y'all compared to like some of the other runs? How's it feeling?
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it feels
I
pretty good.
think it's overall pretty good. Other than that one checkpoint thing, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
We do our world record / PB is we're finding is very strong. Like it's a really good run. I'm not exactly sure how to explain the how good it is, but it's really hard to get close to the time on it.
Absolutely. And what is your PB time, compared to the estimate we have for this? Just so people can kind of see.
We have it's a 55:26, I believe is the
Nice. Yeah.
exact timing for it. And a good run will be under an hour. So it can varies a lot. And we know that there's quite a bit of RNG in the run with how many enemies show up and what things they're dropping. So you kind of have to get lucky with that while also playing perfectly if you can.
The gameplay's absolutely been stellar. Really impressive how you all move and are keeping track of everything that's going on. It's really been a great run to watch.
Yeah, it's really fun. I think we all kind of feel this way, that the DLC campaign for this is better than the actual campaign of Gears of War 3. So
for speedrunning at least, there's a lot more. It's a lot more interesting because
I really like
have
how you get to play as the Locust and stuff too, though. Right?
Well, that's
I mean, so there's a lot of good mix-up.
Yeah, they made it fun. They did make it fun. Oh, that was really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's already, our boy Trevor the Trimmer is already hammering.
Yeah, good job, Trevor.
Usually you have to wait for him, and he's very slow. So he did a good job helping out the run here. They're gonna clear out all those guys here. I'm hanging out in back because there's a door back here that spawns some elite guys. And once they're all dead, we are done with this area.
Yeah, I just try to watch and make sure that there's not somebody hiding somewhere.
Yeah, and there's guys rappelling down the walls again, and I'm mashing them.
There's a few scenes that we can't skip, so you get at least a little bit. Hopefully you guys can piece the story together just from these that you get to see.
Yeah, that big spider thing.
Yeah.
Just sticking his behind in the ground and spitting stuff out of his mouth. What's not to understand?
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
All right, back to Rebel Ways.
Zeta 6. The school is lost and no sign of Dr. Wiseman.
So I mentioned earlier that I'm holding this Scorcher. I guess I forgot to mention as we were fighting the Berserker, since that was all going on, that is the first place you do get the Scorcher. And this is a weapon that I'm going to carry for the rest of the game just to use this at the end. So I'm going to be kind of limited on my weapons as we go forward, but we actually get to pick up more ammo for it here in this area. But then after that would be it. So the game doesn't normally give you this weapon
Watch it, they're getting too close.
closer to the boss. So you saw how it worked on the Berserker, and then we'll see how that works at the end as well against a different boss.
Yeah, in this section here, we're watching out for E-holes, plugging them up with our grenades. I just plugged one on the right side here. And now we have these boomers breaking through these barricades here. Very nice.
To think we used
Yeah,
to
clean.
complain about
Yeah.
gridlock.
If we coordinate that right, like hit that boom shot right when it opens and it clears out a bunch of the weaker guys and on to the next one.
Yeah, it makes it seem like there's
You one day.
not very many enemies there when you're taking out the E-holes so quickly. But if you weren't taking those out, if you weren't prepared for exactly where they're going to be and have the weapons to take them out right
Yeah.
away, then yeah, you'd naturally get swarmed a little bit more.
Yeah, each E-hole can get, I mean, you could get like 8 enemies crawling out of there over time. And then the next one won't even open until you kill them all, so it can go really, 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 really slow.
I got you. Okay.
So I'm trying to hang out in back just to make sure
Yeah.
nobody
Looks pretty clear.
nobody slips through here. Got
That
a
car coming down that ramp is an instant kill if you're in front of it.
It's a gotcha.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we use it against them here coming up. We send one back right at them. So
Nice.
those are max repellers. All right, that's what happens if you mess up your active reload there. So Rod's
Hopefully that-
glitched. It should have done freeze you here in a second.
Yeah.
He pushed the car while being dead somehow. So
That's peculiar.
he's having an issue at the moment. Hopefully I think this will resolve it here once we get through this doorway. Nah, it's gonna fix it, I'm sure.
So here we actually get to split into 2 paths. MCA and I will take the right path. Ron
Yeah.
will take the left.
You remember the early Gears games, or even the Gears campaign, this was really common, where it would split up all the time. This is the only occurrence of it in this campaign, but
Oops, I got a little stuck.
How does this campaign compare to the main campaign in terms of difficulty? Is this DLC more difficult, or are they approximate kind of equal?
we make it easy, so I'm not really sure if it's actually harder or not. I don't know.
Fair,
Yeah,
fair.
haven't played that one enough to even really say.
That makes a lot of sense.
As a speedrunning perspective, it's much easier. The speedrun for Gears 3 is we routed it out, but it just wasn't as
It's not that exciting. There's a
Yeah.
lot of walking, a lot of talking, a lot of just slow areas. This DLC campaign has way more action. And
I mean,
it's
yeah.
shorter too.
Seems
But
like
yeah,
it's just go, 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 and
It
a lot
really
of
is.
different things happening. It's been very exciting to watch. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as fun if you just watch just run from point A to point B without.
yeah. No
doing
disrespect to the single player Gears run. I think that one's totally fine.
anything. Exactly.
But
And I mean,
you may grab these
so,
what? Anyone with grenades?
yeah,
I'll
grab
get
those.
him. I'll get him.
Yeah, and to clarify, yeah,
Got
I mean,
'em.
because those runs certainly are still cool. It's just that, like, if you compare, like, well, this is personal opinion, but I think if you watch, like, the Gears 1 run, like, even that one's, like, just so much more exciting than Gears 3. I think that, for some reason, the Gears 3 campaign, it just kind of chugs along
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, for co-op especially, there wasn't a lot for each person to do. Compared to this, where everybody gets to do something and it matters, this was much more fun. We had looked at the Gears 3 campaign first, and Rod had done this one before and as a single player and mentioned that it could be fun, and he was right.
Nice. Absolutely.
All right, so this one is another kind of coordination room here. Typhron's down there closing up E-holes that are going to pop open, and we're going to get surrounded by guys coming off on all sides. You can shoot their grapple hooks to keep them from coming all the way up, and then we're going to get bombarded by some Reavers. And I'm going to use this Vulcan, which has a secondary ammo crate that so Rot can pick it up and load it for me. Help us do some extra damage. It's a good co-op weapon.
Contact.
And as long as he's mashing his button, I can just fire forever.
I do just want to say, if you're enjoying this show, we have even more co-op runs coming after this. We're going to be checking out a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run and also Streets of Rage 4. And additionally, if you speedrun a co-op game and you would like to be shown on this channel, feel free to do !dangerous in the chat, and the open submission form is linked in that command. And I would love to be able to talk to y'all about the co-op runs that you enjoy.
Our fellow gearhead FCJ is mentioning the submarine part of Gears 3 campaign, which is like it's like a 5 or 10 minute long auto scroller. So there's auto scrollers in the Gear campaign. So that's another reason why Gears 3 campaign is not the best for us. All right, we're gonna get some. There's gonna be a big swarm of guys here underneath these steps, and then around the corner as well. We're gonna throw a bunch of frags at them. And it worked.
Success. Yeah, there's some really great games coming up today. Definitely looking forward to those. TMNT, Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage for you.
I'm so excited.
Cypress, a big Streets
It's
guy.
gonna be great. I think we have such a solid lineup today. So yeah, shout outs to all the runners, by the way. Please give these fantastic runners a follow. I'm gonna drop everyone's Twitch links in the chat. Please follow all these super talented and charismatic runners we've been seeing today.
Yeah, be warned, you probably won't see much Gears from us. We're all retro runners for the most part, but, or retro players, I should say, since I'm not much of a speedrunner myself. But
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, we'll do a lot of retro stuff, but, you know, I think anytime we can find a good excuse to do some co-op, regardless if it's retro or not, you know.
yeah,
Which,
we're all.
do we count this? Do people count this as retro? I mean,
It's
this
getting
is,
there.
right?
It's over 10 years old. This console I'm playing on is 15 years old, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
when do you when do you actually get to say retro? I mean, I would consider it at this point to be.
I think it is, but it's not the retro.
It's not like
about.
retro, but
We
it's
need
retro.
like different categories, you know? It's
Yeah.
like we need, retro, or mid-retro, modern retro.
Very retro.
Not to be controversial, but true retro.
Yeah.
See? There we go. Yep.
Ooh.
Are you guys you need to grab anything here? We good?
It's empty.
Good. Now we're entering the construction zone here. It's going to be another all-out brawl of killing guys and trying to make some progress here. Yeah, we're all GDQ people, and we all love retro games, and we just happened to also found that we all also like Gears of War, so we're like, hey, maybe we should play some Gears of War, because there's not enough of that with speedrunning Gears, so.
Yeah, well, in general, I just really enjoy co-op speedruns too. So, I mean, you find a game that 4 people can play together, and it's like, wow. Okay,
I'm
great.
down behind you, Aaron.
Yeah, I got stunned, sorry, I'm coming.
It's always fun to get together with friends and play things together, but also to like work on a speedrunning project like this too. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we were playing together anyway, so
The other side of this construction.
playing the old modes of this stuff. So now Rot's in a loader. He can actually stomp on people with it, and he's going to help us get through into this next zone, construction zone. And it's going to be another place for a bunch of stuff. Spawns all over the place. We're going to try to kill them the best we can. It gets a little hectic.
Also want to ask chat a question. What is your favorite co-op game to play? I'm interested to hear from everyone what their favorite co-op game is. I need to also think about mine because I'm not sure off the top of my head. But I kind of like Kirby. I kind of like Kirby Air Ride, but that's not like a co-op.
Oh,
that's just
that's
multiplayer.
A great game,
That's the one that comes to mind for me is what I've played the most of. Like, you know, sitting on the couch playing some Kirby Air Ride.
It's gotta be Chip and Dale or Contra, right? I mean,
Ooh.
Those are all great. I always like to talk about one that's like less known that people don't talk about a lot. It's called Mendel Palace on NES. Always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, I've never heard of them before.
Yeah,
sounds fun
it's
though.
great. Check it out.
That's quite a crane we got here.
I'm seeing some other shooters in chat, seeing some Borderlands, seeing some Halo, which I think those are, you know, some really nice answers as well. More Borderlands, yep.
There must be millions of them.
Contra, seen a lot of great answers.
Gunstar Heroes,
That's a great one.
Toe Jam and Arrow. I'm mentioning the Sega because everybody here is going to mention NES. I gotta represent Sega.
Yeah,
Yes, we have a Genesis run coming up later, so.
Yep.
Got some Sega
Heist.
representation.
Hyperstone Heist.
Yep, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah, so at this point, Rot's character that he had, Val, unfortunately passes in the cutscene. Metroid McFly actually takes her out. So then now he's playing as Jace. So you'll see a new character amongst us here.
it's a nice way to put that, Cypher. And it's not
very nice.
it's not as not like she dies of natural causes, unfortunately.
Yeah, so she just unfortunately passed.
Yeah, it was just her time, I guess, but
Hey,
fortunately we skipped that one.
we censored the language, so
That's true, yeah. That's part of the censoring. She is relieved from her campaign.
yep.
So we're gonna have some e-holes here and some grapple hooks on the walls happening, and then Mauler's gonna burst in on us as well. So see Ram up there. No, that's not Ram. That's the
Super elite.
Super Elite.
Yeah, there you go.
This game's great because you can never, like, if you ever forget what they're called, you just listen because they're gonna yell it out.
Oh yeah,
Just
I
like-
threw a
like-
grenade at that.
That's
Thanks,
like
Rod.
earlier I couldn't remember that Rot was the Theron guard. I was just like, what is that thing called again? And these are the elite maulers. Tougher than your average mauler, I suppose. We've got a lot of firepower here. Rod, do we need to wait for you to grab those grenades? Okay. So I was just asking Rod about that because naturally, if we open this door together, then it's going to move everybody else up. So there's times where we just want to make sure everybody got what they needed to pick up before we move on.
That sky does
Right,
not
so this is gonna be it's kind of like a boss fight, kind of like a mini boss fight that they set up, and this guy is gonna come out, try to cause us trouble, but we're gonna immediately down him every time he pops out. But it's a few cycles that we have to go through. So when he falls down, and then he'll get up and run away, and then he'll come back. And in the meantime, we'll kill some tickers and clear out some locusts, repellers. I may have gotten surprised and spun around and shot at you, McFly. That was me, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, is there something behind?
I spun around and saw somebody standing there. I was like,
So is friendly fire a big concern in this? Like, have
No,
y'all
you
take each
Fortunately,
other
no.
out?
you
Okay.
you can't hurt each other.
Okay, that's good.
The only exception is those grenades if you stuck them to somebody. But
Yeah.
we can shoot at each other all we want or throw grenades inside of each other, and like underneath their feet or whatever, and no problem.
That's good. That was always any game that had friendly fire. I'm trying to play with someone. Oh no! I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's hard for me to tell.
Things stop getting friendly at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would definitely have to rethink some of our
Yeah.
approaches to the rooms if we had to worry about that.
I definitely shoot boom shots right at their feet many times.
Or like how many times we accidentally just run right in front of it.
That would be like hard mode. That's the hard mode run is toggling that on.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you? I guess even in like the multiplayer, like play versus mode, it's like that too, and it makes me wonder, like, it'd be probably a lot of rage if teammates could do that to each other on the multiplayer as well. The versus mode, I mean.
I need the nades.
Just say the word.
Yep.
So we're gonna hold off spawning this next section just for like 1 extra second so they can grab some grenades that are hidden around the corner. After I get in his way.
Those will work.
Yeah, grenades are
We're
kind of
good.
like the main thing to route around. We just always want to make sure we've got those.
And now we're getting on to what will become the final fight. So we're going to fight against Ram himself is going to come through. And there's actually a cool strategy for it. So this is the reason why McFly's been carrying the Scorcher the entire game for the most part. For this moment, this is a strat that kind of Rot had figured out himself, that there's a moment where he's shielded, and if you scorch him, his shield goes away immediately. And so they can kind of freeze him in place, and they got a little rhythm to a wombo combo, and he's not going to do anything at all. And it makes that section of the fight quite simple.
Yeah, if you remember when I was playing earlier as him, you get that krill shield and then I can throw it at enemies, right? And that's exactly what he's going to do in the second phase of this, is that he's going to be trying to throw that krill at us, and it shields him, it protects him while it's on him. So the Scorcher, basically, like we did to the Berserker, I'm going to use that to burn the krill off of him, and then Rot's just going to be able to sit there and just, do as much damage as he can. And then it goes pretty quickly. We also use it on the third phase here too. This is a 3-phase fight, but we'll show that too. Talk about it when we get there.
So this phase here is just he's going to keep landing on buildings, and in the meantime, these E-holes are going to open up, and everybody knows where they are, so they're going to be either planting grenades in advance, or they're waiting for them to pop open so they can shoot them down, close them up right away. And in the final phase, he's going to be flying around, walking around on his Reaver, so got a setup for it. We'll see what happens. We can how quickly we can make it go. When he attacks with his krill, it kind of stuns you, and you can't fire or anything until you get out of it. So if you're unlucky, you're just unlucky. You're not actually helping out at that point, but you sacrifice so others can succeed.
Yeah, and unfortunately, when he wants to just fly around, there's not really
a lot of this is RNG, where he flies around, and even coming up with some of the after this section, there's going to be some Reavers and how soon they land, and you can attack them as RNG as well, so you can get faster or slower. But here comes their ultra combo here.
Yeah, and this sawed-off shotgun that Rot uses here too is extremely powerful. And it's kind of like that one shot, and then you have to reload each time. So it's kind of a nice rhythm here where we get to burn this off. He hits him with that shotgun. And then while he's reloading is when Rom's kind of getting back up and recharging that krill shield. So it just kind of works out perfectly. So with this, using the Scorcher here, this phase actually goes by very quickly. There it is.
All right. Yeah, Rob was showing off his dead counterpart, that he's playing a different character now because of it. All right, so This is Ram. This is the final fight with his 2 Reavers. The Reavers are going to land. We're going to try to kill him real fast, and he's going to show up, and we're going to try to kill him right away. See if we can get him in one cycle or not. And time will be coming up soon. If not, it's going to take an extra minute probably.
So I'm going to help using the Lancer here, then I'm going to switch back to the Scorcher, get in position, active reload, and then hopefully if we can kill him before he flies away, this will be a very fast boss. No, unfortunately down down me, I guess, but it's a little risky to get up in there that close, but
He's got a shield up. Wait for an opening.
if you don't get him on that first landing, then we're kind of doing what we did in the first phase, where he's going to fly around. And you're kind of at his mercy if he wants to land soon or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure entirely what they expected you to do here because you can't see him. So you're just like blind firing where he's supposed to be.
You're just kind of looking around like, oh, that's Sky. Wow. It's not looking good. Yeah, it's too bad. I should have backed up a little bit. That was my bad on that first round.
Yeah, the getting him in one cycle or not, it seems to be kind of RNG as well. We haven't been able to figure out exactly what. Okay, that's
There you
it.
go.
Time.
Nice.
Awesome. GG.
Yeah.
That was
Well
still
done.
that was a very good time.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
Or that's probably our best run since we got the record, so that's good.
Wait, what was the time?
What is it? What's the time?
It's about 58:30.
Yeah, I see a
How long
58-26 on my end. So very, very clean run from you all.
Yeah. If we would
So-
have got that one cycle at the end, that would have been like 57. And yeah, I mean, considering that we had like, one death and all that, not bad at all. Really good.
So Ram, as we said, this is a prequel, and Ram is in Gears 1, so he obviously has to survive, unfortunately. We didn't really kill him. We downed him, but he's
Who could have seen
Yeah,
that?
if only we did though, because then my character dies later.
yeah, it's pretty bad news for almost every Gears character in the series. Kim's gonna get his ending right now, though. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he pulls him away. Doesn't? Oh, sorry, not spoil.
Yeah, spoilers. Gee.
Spoilers for this quote unquote retro game that we're, Oh, but yeah, thank you all so much for the run. Do y'all want to just, go around, talk a little bit about what are you all up to now in between, getting together and playing Gears?
Who wants to
Go
start?
ahead, McFly. What are you up to?
Yeah, so unfortunately I haven't been streaming as much recently or doing speedruns. My wife and I actually just had a baby 3 months ago. So we've been doing all that, and that's been a lot of work. So,
Congratulations! That's
yeah,
awesome.
thank you. Yes, it's been absolutely wonderful. So that's been taking up a lot of my time, but I think that we're starting to get into more of a stable time where I'll hopefully be able to do some more streams really soon.
Aaron, you go next.
Oh, sure. I just play all sorts of things. I mostly read retro games, Pokemon when I'm forced to. But don't follow for that because I don't know how to play it. And, maybe a Gilligan's Island run here and there. I guess for Rot, we should say that Rot doesn't stream too much, if ever, but he is the retro streamer. But he did.
Oh.
But that's a good point. Is that we all do have the Home Alone world record for NES. So
Wow.
we're a good club of the Home Alone runners, and the next run as well. One of the runners also has a Home Alone world record. So this is kind of it's dominated by Home Alone NES world record holders, and everyone should get that. Join the club.
Love it.
All right, Cypher, I know you got a lot that you can talk about.
Yeah, so besides this, I'm also coming up in Unapologetically Black and Fast this upcoming weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend, trying to get my dates all together. Taking part in some events happening on Retro Gaming Live TV. We have RG Love 2022 coming up. And then, yeah, I'm all over the place with retro speed running and even playing some modern games. Might get into some modern speed running, in particular like Hollow Knight. And yeah, just trying to stay active when work doesn't pull me away. And yeah, just grateful, super grateful for the opportunity to be here on this show.
Thanks so much for having
thank
us.
you.
This has been awesome. Anytime to do co-op runs, I mean, you can't be co-op runs. They're unique.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, that was just incredible commentary. You know, chat. I saw in chat, everyone was like, "Thank you so much for the awesome commentary," and absolutely so true. It was really easy to follow what was going on, and you know, got to show off, like a a hidden gem of a co-op speedrun here, and you all are very skilled at it. So, thank you all so much. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks to the GDQ staff for putting it together like that. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah, very awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep, and good luck to the next runners.
Yep.
Fantastic. Yeah, so everyone in chat, stay tuned. We have more co-op runs coming up. Right up next, we're going to have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist. And then following that, we have Streets of Rage 4. So some amazing co-op action to come right after the break. But before we head to that, if you have any ideas for your own hotfix show or one-off events, feel free to go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to submit your ideas. And on the Games Done Quick Twitter, they have put out a call for more hotfix showrunners. So if you have an idea, you would like to run a show on this channel, be sure to get your pitches in and stay tuned. We're going to stretch, grab some water, and we'll be back with some more runs. See you all in a bit. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix, your source for speedrunning year-round. Thank you all so much for joining us for It's Dangerous to Go Alone, which is a celebration of cooperative speedruns. Had an absolute blast with that Gears of War 3 co-op run, and we have more runs to come. Coming up, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is going to be an absolute blast. Before we get into that, I have a couple of announcements about things going on the Games Done Quick channel. So alongside our recurring shows, GDQ Hotfix also has multiple week-long events with Frost and Flame Fatales. These women-led events are twice a year supporting other great charities. This Monday, starting at 7 p.m., we have Awfully Silly, a show about awful and silly games and showcasing how much fun they can be. So you can check out that show tomorrow at 7 p.m. And you can also see the schedule of upcoming Hotfix events happening on the Games Done Quick Twitter. We talk about all the runs that are going to be showcased on the channel every week. And I am super excited to introduce the runners for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist for the Genesis. We've got Jake Rock, Space Coast Gaming, and the commentator General Andrews. How are you three doing today?
Hey there.
Doing awesome.
How you doing?
Glad to be here.
I'm doing great. This is going to be super, super fun.
Oh my gosh.
Hope everyone's ready for some Speedy Turtles action here.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Y'all want to briefly talk a little bit about this game, and then we can jump into the run?
Sure. So I'm Jake Rock.
I'm Space Coast Gaming.
And this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist. Just real quick, Space Coast and I are primarily retro game speedrunners. We've been running games together for about a year now. And when we team up, it's officially a Space Rock stream. So we're repping some Space Rock here, just smashing the two names together. A lot of games we run are in the beat 'em up and shoot 'em up categories. We've done a bunch of Konami games like Sunset Riders, Contra 3, Life Force, and this one that you're about to see right here. We typically do the Space Rock streams on Sunday nights. So we'll probably be running this game back in some other difficulties later tonight if you want to check that out. On comms with us, as Frozen mentioned, was General Andrews, who's no stranger to Ninja Turtle games or co-op runs. So welcome in, General.
Well, thank you, Jake Rock, for that announcement.
Yeah, General, no stranger. He's currently running Turtles 3 with Posty co-op, and pretty much has all the co-op records in Turtles in Time. Retro Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle speedrun community is just really fun and supportive of each other. So definitely check out the Discord if you want to learn some things on these games from really awesome runners. Just quick shout outs to a few other people in the community on this game, particularly Croonin, who got to showcase this run in AGDQ just this last month for hard mode for this game. ZG is a fantastic runner of the game who's been super supportive of us learning this. And Lightning Collector and KP1 TV have been hammering down co-op times in a bunch of Turtles games, this one included, and we've been kind of going back and forth for the co-op records in this game. So the ball's in our court right now, and we'll try to return serve here for you guys. But with that, I think we're ready to kick some shell in this game, and General can kind of take it away.
1 second before we get jumping into the run, I think we're missing game sound.
You want to
restart? We should be
restart?
hearing game sound at this time, so we want to make sure we figure that out before we get the run going. So I'm sure the tunes are rocking in this
Definitely
game.
want to hear some of this. So
oh yeah, the music's great in this. So
let me let me restart this, and then I'll have to reshare too. Thanks for hanging with us, guys. Let's reset this sucker.
Yeah, we gotta hear the good tunes.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, when you got Konami going with those bangers, it's going to be something really special to hear. Some of those nostalgic vibes are going to come back on in through those earlobes.
And just a heads up,
I meant eardrums.
there is a little bit of flashing here just in the menu screen. It does stop once the game does start.
Do we have some audio now?
All right, let's stand by and see if we've got audio going to the stream.
Should be hearing some audio right now.
I don't see the feed in the Discord. There we go. Now I see it.
Let me just try to reset. Let me try to reset one thing here.
Thanks, chat, for hanging with us while we sort this out.
Okay, let's see if we got anything now. Do we have some audio now? Okay, excellent.
All right, sounds like we got it. Fantastic.
Thanks for hanging. We definitely need to be kicking these tunes here. So, all right. So we will be doing.
Now we're ready to jump in.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna pick Raph and Donnie here, and General can explain a little bit about Raph as we get going. But time starts when the turtles hit the ground. So with that, General, you can take it away.
All right, awesome. So what's happening here, the reason why Raphael has to be played in this Turtles speedrun is because Raphael is the hardest hitting turtle. Yes, each turtle has different amounts of damage that they do output based on the different moves. So you're gonna see a lot of somersault tackles done by Raphael specifically. And the reason for that is because all the foot soldiers have 17 health. And most of the moves from the turtles range from 5 to 16 damage. But Raphael has a special damage value for his somersault shoulder, which you just saw him do right there, which does 20 damage. And that's how they can kill these enemies in one hit. So the thing that comes into mind when trying to run this quickly is that they're gonna want to keep the enemies up before they kill them. And the reason why is it takes time for them to stand back up. They can't progress the screen if they're not able to finish off the enemies while they're still standing. Compared when they knock down, back up, a little bit of time save here and there. But they did a good job so far clearing here. Why? Because this is gonna be some awesome turtle action. So what are you gonna see that's different between this one, which is the Sega Genesis version of Turtles 4 versus the Super Nintendo, is there's actually lots of different scene transitions for one level. So the levels are going to seem very long with a boss fight compared to shorter levels and multiple of them that you would see in the Super Nintendo version or similar to the arcade version. So right now they're making quick work of this section here. These enemies really like to throw extra little things like the sewer caps, which are optimal damage if you can serve them back. But as they have a strategy here, they're making sure to clear the enemies at the edge of the screen as possible. You're gonna notice they do a lot of shoulders, especially Donatello. Donatello's gonna do a lot of shoulder moves to make sure to stun the enemies and then finish them off on the very next hit. All right, look at this though. They are clearing these enemies out. I know you don't get to see very many of them, but they're doing exactly what they wanna do. All right, it wouldn't be normal to watch a Turtles run without some sewer level action. So let's get our feet wet and let's start going down here in the Turtles' home lair. All right, as you can see, they're continually clearing really quickly through these sections. They're making it look so easy. And if you didn't know, this game actually has a dedicated dash button. Much different than when you're playing the Super Nintendo or even the arcade version. So they're gearing up for these moves with a combination of button inputs.
The dash button really is helpful, and yeah, going in between this game and Turtles in Time, it's like you really miss it.
Yeah, right.
We took some.
Yeah, y'all are clearing these rooms so quick. The synchronization and how y'all divide up the enemies is really, really impressive to watch.
Thank you.
We try.
All right, first boss, Leatherhead. So what's going to happen here is they're going to try to get a triple hit sequence in here before he switches sides, and they're going to keep on going back and forth in the process of doing so.
You're going to see Donnie just standing around because, yeah, Raph does just way more damage. So I just get to watch. I will get to help out in one of these boss fights, and you'll see that one when we get to it. I'll leave it suspenseful.
Cowabunga!
All right, on to scene 2. No, we're doing all right here. So we're onto the surfing level, complete with fantastic jams. We're gonna do some. Raph, what are you doing? Okay, so I guess it's time to say that we're taking some purposeful damage here. We're gonna try to take a synchronous death at the end of the level to save a little cutscene of the turtles jumping away onto the ship, which is the next scene.
This was found by Croonin, so we can thank him for this.
My toes!
I love their colored little surf hoverboard things. They're so good.
Color coordination.
Where do they get those? Like custom-made surfboards.
I mean, I would
love
think
it.
Donnie would make them, right? Isn't that like the idea? Like Donnie's like the smart turtle or whatever.
Yeah.
Does all the all the gear they need. Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna take a death. Right. You guys don't get to see the fun stuff.
The good news is that that supposed time save was only going to be a few frames.
It was a couple frames.
It's about 50 frames. So now we have to jump. All right, jump of shame.
All right, jumping on back into action here. These two, even though they might have had a small mistake there, as you heard, it wasn't going to be a big deal. What is a big deal is the fact they're taking out the Foot Clan as fast as possible. Now, you might see a bomb set up in the back there, but it's actually not that advantageous. Some of the scenes don't have helpful obstacles you can use to your advantage like in other Turtles games. You notice they're skipping the pizza because they don't need it. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what their health is. They don't need that kind of specialty because why? The Foot Clan is just going to fall over them. They are the awesome Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was intentional. All damage you see happening here is purposeful.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
So coming up here really soon, after you get past another wave of foot soldiers, you're going to be impressed by the fact that there are other enemies that are part of the Foot Clan. It's not just a bunch of awesome martial artists. There's even barrels. That's right, barrels can get jobs as a part of the Foot Clan as well. They are quite disastrous.
I thought that was a Donkey Kong thing.
Oh, they might be stealing from Donkey Kong. You know what?
He's throwing them from the top of the
Here
ship.
we go. Now we got some Stone Warriors. These have a large amount of health, but they made it look super, super easy. Great work, fellas. All right, now down into the cave. Because obviously when you jump off a ghost ship, the most likely place you're going to end up is a cave. All right, now they're going to use this bomb because it's actually advantageous on where it's located on the screen. Some more Stone Warriors who are actually pretty quick. But since they know where to look for them, they're not surprised by them showing up, speeding up onto the screen as they are. Excellent use of shoulders there, controlling the speed and the spacing of the enemies. Now these blockers, they need to be hit with shoulders. And again, another bomb pizza.
Fine.
This is a special item that will insta-kill any enemy, except it doesn't insta-kill the rock soldiers. It takes about 2 hits before it kills off the rock soldiers. All right. Well, talking about enough rock, let's talk about Rocksteady here. This guy gets really angry really quick, but you're gonna see a very similar setup to what they did in the Leatherhead fight. Why? Because Raphael's just so strong. You see that somersault followed by multiple shoulders.
That was a great kill.
That
was
good.
Wow, that was awesome.
Wow. Yeah, he definitely needs a heating pad. His back is hurting. Good job. All right. That's another
Well
level
done.
down. That was tubular. All right, off to Shredder's hideout.
Stay up, stay up, stay up.
Oh. Nice.
The one that got
All
away.
right, you're going to actually come up here soon and see foot soldiers that don't have 17 health. And you're going to notice what they are. They're going to stick out. I wonder if the crowd can pick out which ones do not have 17 health. Let's see here. If you can't figure it out, I'll tell you in a little bit. Build a little suspense, just like we did earlier with no sound. And we'll see if they figured it out. All right, great work by these two again. Again, knowing exactly where to go. This is routed out to the T, MNT, like they have. They're going to even use some of these obstacles in their health right there. You notice that only the blockers won't take the damage. They threw up their little shields, and they're protected from the hit back of the obstacles. Now, you can fall in those holes right there. They're just like taking off the manhole cover, and you would lose time. They'll say how creepy it is to be down there.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Good work. Wow.
Yeah, that was great. How much is RNG a factor in this run, or is it totally deterministic?
So there's a lot. The RNG is mostly based on where the foot soldiers are going to travel after they hit the stage, instead of like. If I know that the foot soldiers are going to appear, like there's going to be 3 that appear right at the beginning, right? And then I know exactly where those are going to be. But once they enter the stage, it's random as to where they'll end up going.
Awesome. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so if they're able to hit them exactly where they want to, they will control the whole entire sequence over and over and over again. If they miss an input, you'll start to see that the foot soldier will start to travel off course. So their hope is always to hit them instantaneously so they can control the fight from beginning to end. Now, some of these other levels you're starting to notice here are quite tricky with these additional objects and obstacles, slowing them down a little bit. Woo! Toasty.
That was
Getting hot here.
All right, good. Look at this clear on the sidewall here. Beautiful. Perfect. All right, here's a very annoying boss fight. Let's see how they handle it. Who's here? Who's a fan of Tetsu? Anyone? Well,
you guys remember Tetsu from the movies, right?
Look at this. Good setups. It's okay if Donnie's taking damage here. Look at that. Wow. Excellent work again by them. Master!
He takes a long time to say master.
I would too if I was defeated, you know?
Yeah, probably.
Really have to draw out that death scene like any good villain.
That's right. Okay, this level's actually really, really tough. Only in the sense that you're going to have a quadruple boss rush at the very end of it. That's right, there's a boss rush before you're at the final level. So at first it's going to start out kind of easy for them. They know exactly where to expect these pizza monsters to appear from. Their newly added color, this little red hue compared to their normal assumption of being the kind of the yellow golden hue. I'm assuming it's supposed to mean that they're faster, they're a little angrier, more aggressive.
Yeah, I think they're just
look
angry.
pretty angry.
You know?
Yeah.
They're tired of being left behind, kicked around.
Literally.
Interesting thing here, like if you watch the scores, some of these guys are worth 2, some of them are worth 3.
Who needs math? The pizza monsters don't, right? All right, here's the first boss of the boss rush. Leatherhead purple version. I actually prefer him in purple, so.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good.
Very, very stylish.
It's okay.
Nice recovery. Wow, good cleanup. So obviously Raph didn't want to get knocked down right there, but Donnie picked up the slack immediately. Great job, you two. All right, so now we got Rocksteady. Now Rocksteady has been, if you notice, his shoulders are bulging out. He's been working out hard. He did not like being embarrassed last time.
No, he didn't.
Space Coast and Jake Rock really owned the last time they met. He decided to bulk up and see if it would help him. I think it only made him slower. Uh-oh, he's pulling out the guns now.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm glad that he did that right there. Yeah, I'm glad he did that. That helped. All right.
The boss rush ain't done. Tatsu's back. You thought he was gone? No. He wants
Guess
more.
who's back? Back again. Tatsu's back.
Look at this. Excellent zoning.
All right, you ready? Okay.
Let's go. In good position to load up on the boss fight that I actually get to help out with now. Baxter Stockman.
Let's go! True cooperation is at hand.
All right, so the reason why you hear that Donnie gets to be involved here is Donnie's strongest attack is going to be an air attack, which is this slow descending
Oh,
air
I missed the last.
bow.
Get him. There it is.
There you go.
All right. Not bad.
Wow.
Pretty good
Not
Baxter
bad.
kill.
Great
General
coordination.
Andrews, thanks to you and your runs, we learned that. So you have definitely contributed to this run now.
Woo! Let's go.
All right.
Cowabunga. All right. Scene 5. Now, here's the longest level. It's a combo level here. You still have multiple bosses coming up. Not a boss rush, but you have multiple bosses in this final level. You need a lot of Mausers, and pretty much everything's coming at them. You're going to have tons of foot soldiers, tons of Mausers, tons of stone warriors. A bunch of obstacles going to come in the way. And, oh, you know what? Our favorite, robot walkers. For any turtle runner out there, we all know what we think about robot walkers. They look like friendly dogs. They are not friendly robot dogs.
Oh, come here, buddy. Okay.
See, look at that.
You can call them.
It was time
You
to
can
go.
call
Call them and they'll come to you.
Should have brought some treats with you. Gosh darn
Yeah.
it. All right, great work
All
of that.
right.
Those guys get squirrely. So now enemies are coming from the side of the screen and they're teleporting in. So they're doing a good job again of zoning them, really controlling them, using their totally tubular moves. These are some radical ninjas. They learned very well from Splinter, and they're applying it here today for all of you. Now they're coming out of the chutes. Who knew laundry chutes would keep freaking ninjas in there? Amazing. All right, again, making it look easy. Now, all these different colored foot soldiers actually have different weapons that they would like to use, but a lot of them don't get to because they're going ahead and instantly attacking them. Some have ninja stars. Some do have
Freezy pops.
nunchucks. So here's some obstacles that they're getting right past it. See, they pop up the freeze. You'll freeze in place. You don't insta-die, but it will slow down the run because they're zoning everything, right? And if one of the foot soldiers isn't, or one of the Ninja Turtles isn't helping with the foot soldiers, they're going to start getting squirrely. Look at this. Big old wrecking balls. See, these other ones, the yellow ones want to throw some of those daggers. And the problem when they jump up in the air is once you hit them. Oh,
let's go.
All right. They were just trying to mess with me there. That's what happened, okay? They're like, we'll mess with the commentary just a little bit. I appreciate it. They'll keep me on my toes. Just like Donatello was on his toes there after getting shot in the foot.
He was definitely on his toes.
I loved that animation of him like stubbing his foot. That was hilarious.
It's one of the best things in these games, actually, when you casually play, is the injured animations. Okay, so here's Krang Fight. This Krang Fight can get kind of squirrely, but I'm pretty sure they're going to own it because they know exactly where to zone Krang to get the optimal kill and not the slow kill. So far, starting out great. So they're doing an intentional amount of damage to start out with. Yep, they skipped the whole slow sequence. Great job, fellas. Great job. I couldn't stop you, but Shredder will. Wow. All right, Krang.
Thanks for that.
Okay, so of course, almost every Turtles game has an elevator scene. Don't worry, we still have it here right before we get to Super Shredder.
Okay, good. I was waiting. I was anticipating it. So here we go.
So they're gonna have numerous floors to clear here with, again, numerous different types of enemies. At a certain point, they're actually gonna start getting really tricky. They're not gonna just come from the doors. But we'll wait for that. We're not quite there yet.
All right. We won't spoil it.
No spoilers.
Yeah, this game hasn't been around for 20 plus years, almost 30.
No. All right, there we go.
Come on, yeah, there we go.
Wow, great work on the roadkill Rodneys right there. If anyone was curious what the names of those units were. In anticipation, what's gonna happen? Ah, of course, more Mausers. Baxter Stockman's creations live on. All right, let's see here. Which door? Which door? Which door? Which door? Left, right, left. No. Yes.
Oh, early.
No nunchucks from them. Excellent. Ooh, that one tried to wrap around for a grab. Didn't get it. Beautiful. Ooh, pizza. Who here doesn't love pizza? Oh my gosh, they're coming through the floor now. Unbelievable. T9000.
That's cheating.
It is. See?
That's some speedrunning trick. Flipping through the floor. Come on.
We were
We're not allowed
close.
to use that against us.
Thank you.
We almost got the door.
We were close.
Infamous
We were
door.
close. It's an urban legend. If you can get the door above this one, we haven't done it yet, but
Here we go,
maybe
folks.
someday.
So
All right,
now
we got
time
final
happens
showdown.
once Shredder's health is at 0. Once all the
That's
bars
right.
are gone, it's time.
It's going to be quick.
And it's going to
I
happen
think
fast.
we're on world record pace.
I think we
This
are.
pace is amazing. So keep it going,
It
fellas. You
is.
focus.
You got this.
So you're going to see numerous different types of moves that Shredder does, from fire, ice.
Oh, no.
Ice is shot towards the air after his barrier goes down. And he's going to do a green one just to show off. Nope, they're
There
going
it
to kill
is.
before that.
There it is.
Time.
GG.
All right, let's go. I think that's,
That's a world record.
1915 or something.
That's what I got.
14,
Something around there,
1914?
Waiting for the official timer.
Let's go.
Yeah, 1915 it looks like. Is that
Let's
a world
go.
record?
That
That's
is
a world record. The world record right
Oh
there.
my
Congratulations.
gosh. Congrats, everyone in chat. Let's get some hype for the world record live.
Let's go.
Holy moly. That was
Hype.
such a clean run. That was amazing.
Oh man.
Yeah, fantastic raffing by Space Coast, especially. I don't want to
Oh,
underestimate,
thank
you know, the impact that RAF has on this game. So, fantastic job, man. Let's go.
Oh man.
Yeah, congratulations. That just absolutely crushed that.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Dude, that was
You could tell the coordination between the two of you and is just stellar. That's why I love co-op runs.
Yeah. I think, you know, most of the screens we kind of have our script that we go off of, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like Space Coast was saying, the foot soldiers like, you know, to move somewhere where you don't want them, you have to cover for the other person if it kind of gets, you know, off script. So
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
a matter of like, you know, you clear your side, see how the other guy's doing, and then, you know, just kind of help out. We've got it down to a pack to where it's pretty scripted. There's, you know, 1 or 2 enemies that might get away on a screen, but other than that, not bad. GG to you, Jake. Very good job.
You too. Right back at you. All right.
Yeah, fantastic work. So how about you all let people know where they can find you and what you're working on outside of this?
Sure. So I'm Jake Rock. You can find me at you know, Jake Rock on Twitch or Twitter. And I do like my retro speedruns. I'll play the occasional RPG too. Thinking about starting some Hollow Knight this week, but other speedruns I'm getting into, Contra 3, getting into that one a little bit for the 30th anniversary coming up in March. And some co-op runs, of course, with Space Coast. I think Gauntlet is going to be one of the next ones that we hit.
NES Gauntlet is on the list, so that's coming up. Well, I'm Space Coast Gaming. You can check me out here on Twitch as well as Twitter. I do a lot more of the beat 'em ups. So like this game, Streets of Rage 2, it's been kind of my baby as of late, but you know, kind of just working on beat 'em ups at the moment, and we'll probably continue doing that. So, yep, that's it for me.
In general.
Oh, okay. Well, I also do co-op speedruns as well. That's why these two were so kind enough to reach out to myself. I do Turtles 4, Turtles 3 speedruns, be it the NES or Super Nintendo. I also do other speedruns in regards to like Mega Man 2 or a new, finally a non-retro speedrun. I also do Zool, which is actually an old retro game, but now it's been redone and remastered, and I do that as a speedrun as well.
Awesome. Thank you three so much. That was a just absolutely stellar top tier run. And It's been such a fun show today, seeing the Gears of War and also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And don't go away, because we still have Streets of Rage 4 after this, which is going to be an absolutely incredible run. So stay tuned, have a little bit of a stretch break, grab some water, and we will be back with more amazing co-op action on the GDQ Hotfix. See you all in a bit.
See ya.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the GDQ Hotfix. Thank you so much for joining us for It's Dangerous to Go Alone, which is a celebration of cooperative speedruns. And this has been our shooters and beat 'em up show, and I've been having an absolute blast. Hope everyone in chat has too. And we're going to be closing off our show today with Streets of Rage 4. Before we get into that, a couple of announcements. Unapologetically Black and Fast is coming up. In this new recurring Hotfix marathon, Black runners are front and center in a celebration of Black joy. This first iteration is running next weekend, February 12th and 13th for 12 hours a day. You can see the schedule out now at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix, and I know that's going to be an absolutely incredible event. Cannot wait for it. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you can head on over to see us live at twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in our live content, which starts most nights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 Eastern. And with that, I think it's time for Streets of Rage 4 Arcade 2-player with our fantastic runners, Shin David and Shin Kenso. How are you two doing today?
Awesome. Doing extremely well, actually. Yes. feeling good on this good, wonderful Sunday here. Absolutely. Happy to be here a second time,
Y'all want to talk a little bit? Oh, nice. Awesome. Y'all want to talk a little bit about this run? How'd y'all get into it? And then we can, start the run. You can
start all that, Kensu. All right. That's all on you.
So Streets of Rage 4 is clearly the fourth installment of the Streets of Rage series. It introduces something that is not really known in the series, which is combos. Normally you just see like the jab combos, throw combos, pretty much general beat 'em ups things that happen. But this game really introduces a lot of like fighting game mechanics. So you're gonna see a lot of crazy combos, a lot of like quick kills on bosses, and trust, there's a lot of quick kills in this game. And for single player, it's a pretty fun run, but I've always felt like co-op was like one of the more fun ways to like speedrun this game, because how enemies come out, how actually fast you can do things with a coordinated partner, and furthermore, just coordinated combos with a partner is just really fun. So
no, definitely.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest interest that got me into Streets of Rage 4 is, besides the Streets of Rage, because I did really enjoy Streets of Rage 2 prior to the game came out. I did speedrun Streets of Rage 2, not on like a really competitive level, but a really fun casual level where I could actually do some fun stuff in that particular game. Ketsu here loved 3 a lot, so that came. And I did play 3 a little bit, but it wasn't as much. But when 4 came out, it kind of meshed 2 and 3 together. It's pretty much our favorite things all into one that we wanted to.
Things from 2 and 3.
With a cherry on top and sprinkles because of the extra mechanics they added into this particular game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Are y'all ready to jump into the run, showcase it?
Absolutely. You ready?
Yay, I'm super stoked. Let me count you all in. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
All right.
Let's do it.
Right. I'm playing Floyd. He's playing Shiva.
Good old Shiva.
Shiva pretty much makes another fantastic return since he's been on 2 and 3, while Floyd here being a new fresh character to the series. Just a fun fact for Floyd here, he's a student of Dr. Zan from 3, and pretty much for the reason why I like running Floyd is because he's a hybrid of Streets of Rage 2 Max and that Streets of Rage 3 Zan, and I like both characters during that time, so seeing him in this game and seeing what he can do is like, oh my gosh, I gotta run him for really the main reason why I like him. But of course, in this particular game now, in its lifespan, this is pretty much the third the third major patch of the game that we're running on 7.0, version 7.
Yeah, version 7.
Yeah, where it added 3 new characters, which we seen Shiva. That's where we see Shiva because he wasn't in the base game when he first came out in 2020. So seeing Shiva now with the new set of everything is really awesome, to say the least. For him,
especially for me, because I love this character, you know. Just a quick fun fact about this game. I actually was a beta tester for this game for one of the later patches.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
And I definitely had a lot of fun doing that, and I've tested so many builds of this game, and seeing like the direction it is now, especially with this last patch, has been really awesome.
Yeah. And well, if you can hear our sounds here, we are playing on our choice of weapons. A lot of people would like to use pad or even like a controller, whatever they choose. But for me, I'm using a regular fight stick here, while Kensu's playing on a hitbox. So pretty much our choice of our favorite weapon of choices for this run. Plus, it's comfortable for both of us. So yeah, here we're gonna be our first mini boss that we're gonna have, I think. Oh. Alright. So what we have here, oh my gosh, oops. No worries. But what we have here in this particular game, Streets of Rage 4, like I said, has a mixture of 2 and 3 together. 2, in the sense of like how the game works. Streets of Rage had like special attacks such as like the stomp as you see with Floyd or the dragon kick with Shiva. In Streets of Rage 2, they cost health, but in this particular game, it does cost health, but you could actually refill your health back, and that's why you see that it's a green bar on the health screen. So it just doesn't. So it brings that risk and reward factor of the run. Oh yeah, I forgot to see through here. Oops. and what also brings what makes it really fun and unique for casual as well as competitive speedruns is that the game is really gracious with health drops in this game.
Yeah, it is.
So as opposed to the old trilogy. So we're here on our first boss here. We're gonna keep it quiet for a little bit here.
Combo here for you guys.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. And as you can see, the combo pickups.
The combo. So what's really fun about this game? Besides the combo aspects that Ketsu's, a lot of different characters have different infinites in this particular game as the game continues to gradually grow within itself after playing so much. So that back attack into Spirit Palm is pretty much the infinite for Shiva, which is actually going to be one of the main tools that we're going to be using for this speed run on pretty much on like a lot of the bosses. Actually, that's all the bosses, my bad.
Yeah, literally all
the bosses. And so kind of makes me wonder, is like, why is Floyd here then? Is like he brings some utility and crowd control for enemies, so in case anything if anything were to happen to interrupt, if the enemies tend to interrupt the combo or anything like that, well, I'll just make sure I'm there to he doesn't get that hit, so he could go on and do that infinite combo. So also in the launch of the game, some of these moves you may not be like really familiar, because especially for those who hasn't been playing the game for a long time. With the DLC, there's things called unlockable moves now in this particular game, which can be only unlocked if you do the survival mode of the game, which gives you extra tools that you could choose from, picking one or the other. So depending on what mode that you're playing, it could be the arcade or even the survival mode. You could actually just pick whatever feels comfortable for you.
And so it pretty much lets you promotes different playstyles, which is very, very unique to this game.
Okay. Oh yeah. And then Floyd has that crane kick from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was funny. And then
the crane kick.
Let me get him. All right. Down here. So in this stage here, in terms of story mode, we're here where we're trying to get to the boss. Oh wow, I missed that. It's okay. That's why we're playing. That's why we're playing on normal. Make sure we have health. So we're here in the police presence. So we're trying to like get to the bottom of this because we don't know who's like being really bad, trying to disturb the peace in Wood Oak City, which is the city of the game here. We're here at the commish. This boss could be a little bit crazy, a little bit. Oh. Oh, can we pick him up? No. Oh, okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Ah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Grab health.
Okay. Oh, so the infinite doesn't really work as much on the floor on the commission. Mainly because he's pretty heavy. But it is possible to do it if Shiva's given an extra height. Where up the throw, it's like so pretty much whenever Floyd throws, it'll give him the extra height that Shiva needs to be able to do the infinite. But
gotcha. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's really cool to see y'all improv though. When things are happening, it's like, oh shoot, we gotta pivot, try something else, and flowing with it really well.
That's what makes the game really fun to run. Even though you have like set things, the game definitely throws a lot of RNG at you, so you have to be ready to like pretty much what's the word I'm looking here? Adjust,
yes. Improvise.
Yeah, you really have to. So I know to a lot of people, they see us dying here, and it's mostly because we have to use our special moves a lot in order to wave clear really, really fast. So you're gonna see our HP bar staying pretty much in the green, and it's not a good green, if you will.
Yeah. So yeah, All right, let's keep going. Let's go. Our introduction with the Big Ben. So in stage 3 here, we're dealing. We. Oh my gosh. Let me go here. Let's throw him over there.
That's fine.
Oh whoa. All right. Let's just go there. So in stage 3, we encountered the Y, pretty much Mr. Y, pretty much what is the word again? Pretty much the son and daughter of Mr. Y, Mr. X.
Mr. X, because they're X and Y.
They're X and Y, so that's a weird name for they got, but it's okay. It kind of brings it together, but. Mr. X has been pretty much notorious for being the villain in the trilogy of the Streets of Rage. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now we're trying to find trying to put the end to it as we go on to this game here. All right, so we're going down to the ship.
I need all the protection here.
Yes. Let me get these on. The Galcia here gets a little power up, has the power up from Nora, which is the boss. So I gotta make sure he doesn't focus. Yeah.
Okay. And I dropped.
Okay. Oh, I have stars. Why am I not using it? There we go. Improvisions.
Nice. That's awesome. I love physically hearing the da-dum, da-dum, the patterns of the inputs y'all are doing. It's so cool to physically hear the feedback like that of the combos that you all are doing. It's really cool.
A lot of the combos is really just more of a rhythmic combos. So as long as you get the hang of it, things will go extremely well for the game. Especially if you're playing different characters, you'll be able to get that out easily. And some combos you could just improvise really easily.
The biggest reason for it is we play fighting games.
Oh yeah, we do play fighting games. That's why we have fight sticks and arcade sticks and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you think those skills transfer well, kind of between the different games? You think?
Oh, definitely. And I would play this on a controller or for any reason, but just playing in arcade sticks just feels really more comfortable since like a lot of the games that I normally play are fighting games, and could be the same for Kensuo here as well. But, all right, so we're gonna grab a weapon, which we didn't do.
We didn't get a chance to. It's all right.
It's okay, but I'll use the super here to try to break the shields. Ooh, that's okay. I have this pickup. Eee. Get away, Donovan's. Okay, there we go. So we're running away. We're trying to get back on land. Into stage 4. We're gonna be... Yeah, we just have to just take wave clear as much as we can with using our special. Be wary of our with our health. What's luckily enough is that since this game is on normal,
it doesn't take as much HP away from you.
Yeah, it doesn't take that much whenever we use our cannon and stuff.
I was practicing for this. Hope I can get this.
All right.
See if I can get this time.
I believe. Let's do it.
I missed it. Oh, I got it. Right. I got it.
All right.
I got it.
Oh! Oops. My fall on that, I guess.
Now we gotta go to the long sequence, David.
So the biggest mistake is if you drop the combo, we have to deal with seeing the cutscenes through some of the bosses. For Estelle, she has 3 cutscenes depending on the threshold of the health. So dropping the combo was
bad.
Was a bad thing.
So basically, you end up losing quite a bit of time. It's not like a 2-second, 3-second time save. Loss is like it's a lot of time lost.
Oh yeah.
And then on top of that, you have stage hazards now from that point, which really mess up your combo scheme. So you pretty much have to fight her like normally.
All right. So as we see Estelle, which is the boss for stage 4, she's pretty much also like following orders because that's what she does as an officer from the higher ups. So we're just now running away from her. So that's what we're doing. And going through the undergrounds. We were able to buy some time because of the returning character of Adam. Yeah, because he's in this. He's actually in this the base version of the game, which we haven't seen him since Streets of Rage 1 as a playable character. That is, we've seen him in 2, but we have to save him.
Yeah. So technically speaking, he's in the second game, just not playable.
Yeah, not playable at all. Oh yeah.
So one thing about this game that's very important is controlling enemy spawns. Based on where you're standing, the enemies drop into the screen. So that changes how they fall onto the stage, basically. Here.
There we go. Nice. Oh yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah. So you see onigiris or rice balls for us. Well, at least in this particular game, we get to be able to customize our our choice of health pickups. So onigiri is the apple equivalent to the apple in the original trilogy, and the birthday cake that you see here is the turkey for that game. So
Which basically it has 25 on it because it's celebrating the 25th anniversary of Streets of Rage. A little bit of lore there.
I love the little cake drops. It's great. The graphics in this game are just really, really awesome. I like the art direction of everything. It looks really smooth.
All right, I'm gonna pick up the star, which is okay. Speaking of stars that I just picked up, it's pretty much just what we see the super special awesome, super special attack, which you can only be used if you have a star. At the beginning of the stage, you're allowed to you're automatically starting with 1, but you know, you could use it to wave clear. Each character has certain moves. For me, is the cannon kind of brings back the Iron Man, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Iron Man proton cannon. And then you have Shiva, who is that's the Phoenix.
You practice this one too?
Yeah.
So we can get this.
So. Alright, getting the pick up there. Gonna do the infinite. Oh, I don't have help. I gotta get away from you.
And we'll end it off with super. Just to make it look flashy. Because it's a really cool animation, and you're not going to see it as much early on in the run. You get to see it a lot later. So one of the big things about all the supers, they all have different properties. So in this case, Shiva's Hashinsho super actually picks up the enemy off the ground, so it allows you to continue your combos if need be. So basically, it's kind of like, you know how there's backup strats for bosses in normal games? In this case, that's what our backup strats are for our boss fights here.
Ooh, I think up there. Stage 6, Chinatown, is literally one of the longer stages in the game. There's like, mainly because of the length, but I don't mind playing this stage over and over again because I just love the music.
Because it has the best song of the game.
Yeah,
it's the most Streets of Rage song in the entire game.
So good. Music in this has been really quality so far.
Yeah. Fun fact, it was like, if I remember correctly, this game is, the music for it's been heavily influenced by the original, so by Yuzo, I forgot the name all of a sudden. Yoshihiro, yeah. So we get to see some of their influence in it for sure. Oh my gosh, why do I mess up that?
Okay.
Alright, that's fine. That's okay.
So David and I have a big joke in this game. Basically, don't drop that combo.
Yeah.
That's the meme. Don't drop it. If you drop, everything goes not the way you want it. Another big thing here is we're also trying to keep the hit counter kind of high because it allows us to gain extra lives a lot easier.
And that's, yeah. So the hit counter is not it's not really detrimental. Well, it's not really like a main factor for the easier difficulties of this game, but it's definitely needed for like the harder ones. So especially for those who plays on Mania or Mania Plus, which is like literally the hardest stage of the games. Like, since the fact that you're starting with like barely 1 life or anything like that, you want to get your hit counters really extremely high, so that way you could get extra life. Because when you reach certain thresholds in that game, you get extra lives, which just helps. Oh my gosh! All right, this way.
I'm gonna let David run his little loop here.
I'm gonna use that thunder trap to get the armor. Oops, that's okay. It's fine. Since he's in the corner, he gets that charge, and then boom. Using the wall and wall bounces to our advantage helps so much into combos. And there's also where we could also breaking the barrier of the numbers of wall bounces.
Yeah, so in this game for the combos, there's a specific amount of wall bounces and ground bounces you can do. So I'm just not gonna let any of these Galaxias get on the screen. Like at all.
That's amazing.
Oh, I messed up.
Just stacking them up over there. Wow.
And grab this. Yeah, I messed up. That's okay. Oh no.
It's okay. Don't worry. My life is a resource.
Yeah, life is a resource. All right. So Floyd has here the halberd, which is actually one of the stronger weapons in the game, and has long reach, which really helps so much. It has good reach and does good damage.
Probably the overall best damage of any sub-weapon in the game.
That is not the golden turkey.
The golden turkey will just kill an enemy outright.
Oh, whoops. I picked them up for no reason.
Okay. Good.
Alright. We're about to reach.
All right, so first off, I want to throw out here that this is Black Ace's favorite stage, and it's also his favorite song that's coming up here. Black Ace is a good friend of mine. So we're gonna fight Hologram Shiva because, technically speaking, they wanted to make it easier for the player to be able to, you know, decipher between the boss.
Wow, that actually worked.
Improvise. And make it look stylish at the end.
Yeah, off of a throw.
Off of a throw. So yeah, basically, like, since you have interactables or things that you can break to get items, it's kind of good to throw enemies on them because they actually allow for an extra launch. So you can actually extend combos that way. Like you saw there.
Yeah. We're going to... Oh, I didn't jump. My fault. Don't worry, I'm not a double agent here. That's fine.
That is also another meme between David and I. Whenever we hit each other, we call it the double agents. We work for the enemy.
Alright. So here in stage 7, this is actually one of the shortest stage in the game here. Kensu's favorite stage.
And my favorite song.
And favorite song. So yeah.
I love drum and bass. So we're gonna spare palm literally everything.
Alright. Oh, let me get that Barney. They all have like good names. They all have really interesting names throughout the game here.
That enemy cop there, Barney, he used to be the bane of every speedrunner's existence because his AI was like just insane. The things that he would do to really mess up your run would be pretty abysmal.
I have a question from chat. Are there any resources or advice you have about how to just get better at this game? Because there's a lot to it.
Alright, we're gonna have to... We have the stealth part 2 here. We could definitely... Ooh! Alright. Don't want to drop anymore, that's all. So yeah. This is what you'll see for a lot of the boss friends. Boom.
I would say the Streets of Rage 4 section in speedrun.com has a lot of stuff in the forums. To my knowledge. There's a lot of stuff there.
But literally for us, we've been playing. The more we kept playing, the more and recognizing what could be done into the runs is that definitely the best way to start playing. Especially when you start playing the same difficulties over and over again, you kind of get the feel of where the enemies start spawning, so you can keep taking that. So the one I'm like at the bottom of the screen, I'm gonna take care of one of the ladies over there. She holds the like the fire palm, you know. So we just like one little attack and any enemy touches the flame for the most part will disintegrate into flames. No pun intended, really. So, all right, the art gallery. So Estelle pretty much finds out. Oh my gosh, let me get this poison. They find out is like, oh, it's like Y is actually like really, really bad because they don't really care about the people. So yeah, and now they pretty much shoot a launch rocket. So then hence why we have like half health in the beginning. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now we're fighting our way, trying to get to find answers because Shiva in stage 6 told us what needs to be like where the enemy is at. So yeah. Oh yeah, I'll take the cake. This cake.
Literally, take the cake.
Take the cake. The cake is not a lie, guys.
It is not, truly. It is real today.
Yeah.
Alright, so this boss fight is tricky. We can't catch both of the enemies at the same time, so we're gonna fight two bosses here.
Yeah, this is gonna be the first time we're gonna see 2 bosses for sure.
But the time this correctly, David.
All right, 3, 2, 1, right here.
Cool.
Yo, the bosses, Bayo and Rhea, kind of like shorten their names of Rihanna and Beyonce. So that's like a little fun.
Oh, it's because she was too high. Okay though.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, sometimes the loops can knock them a little too high, so you have to time them. But if one is higher than the other, you have to really pay close attention to your combo while you're hitting both characters, because it can be tricky. That is basically the quick kill, but close enough.
Yep.
That was really nice. That seemed pretty efficient to get through both of them, nice and quick.
Yeah. All right, stage 9, they introduced the icy little floor.
This really, really changes how you fight, like drastically. And what kind of video game would it be to not have ice physics, right? What kind of game would it not be? So many games always have the ice stage, and this is this game's version of the ice stage, if you will.
Never seen a fighting game with an ice stage, I'll be honest. Very amusing.
Oh, wow. Why am I flying like... Oh, yeah, that's why so I could get through here. Oh, yeah, so I could get this cake,
Alright.
Let me get that Swiffer wet.
Definitely the Swiffer. Gonna wipe the floor with these guys here. Alright.
Yeah, mopping the floor with these guys. No pun intended.
So David is just going to literally be clobbering them with that weapon here.
Amazing.
And that actually is one of the stronger weapons in the game, believe it or not.
It's a fun weapon to use. Not as strong as like the halberd or anything like that, but
we're gonna take it with us.
Take it as far as we can.
Now the weapons definitely do have a certain amount of uses, but
Alright, let's just take care of this. Let's pick up the Swiffer wet just because,
Yeah, why not?
Why not, right? Alright, so we're here in the elevator now on the Y Tower, which is where the villains are gonna be at. What we're gonna do is try to break the windows on the side so we can just simply toss them out of the elevator and not have to worry about fighting them whatsoever.
Not at all.
So, and especially like the heavyweights, those like they can be problematic at times. But as long as we just throw them out the window, they will. No, we don't have to worry about them.
Bye.
Oh yeah, and Floyd grabs. So
say bye bye. Bye.
Yeah.
And that's that section.
Yeah, that's that section. Yeah. All right. But here now we meet the returning Max from Streets of Rage 2. Why he's a villain? Well, because he is a villain. But only by force, though. That's why.
Not by choice.
Not by choice. Yeah. What we're gonna do is some back attacks and good attacks.
All right, go.
Stay on the other side. Oh, whoa. That's okay.
Now, Max, unfortunately, has nothing but super armor. You cannot grab him. You can't do anything but just hit him. He's the only ungrabbable character of all the bosses. So you literally just get to spam all kinds of things on him since he doesn't get lifted. So it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
But these guys get lifted.
Yeah. And another thing is like the only reason why Max was forced is because the boss's main choice of taking over the world is using sound. Is through music. So
it wouldn't be Streets of Rage to not have music as some kind of influence, if you will.
Yeah. And now so the stage name is To the Concert. There's an actual concert that's going around later the night in this particular game, which that was supposed to be the big thing to launch their evil plans. So, yeah.
We're here to stop that.
We're here to stop that, yeah. The heroes. Axel and friends. Ooh. Okay, nice.
Birthday cake.
Birthday cake, yes. I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy my time in Portal if I were to. Oh. Ah.
Alright, hope I can kill this Ben with one go.
Oh, I took damage. That's okay. Alright, cool. The bends?
So now we get to beat the wrecking ball.
The wrecking ball of this game. Oh, yeah.
Slide. Go.
So we're going to be on each other's side. I'm going to take care of the enemies on the right side, while Kensu's on the left. And just to make so we could like I could take care of the more stubborn ones, because the Donovans in this game are like stupid in terms of armor and how much they really want to like uppercut us in this game. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Here, pick up health for yourself. Oh, whoa! I dropped.
For that combo.
Oh yeah, I've been dropping that combo today. Yeah, see that the uppercut right there?
Yeah.
With armor.
Yeah. Armor is a big thing in this game for a lot of enemies. Now for this part here, David has to get rid of this Kubo right here, and then we can get rid of these guys here on my side. Because if I take these guys out, we have to do more spawns, and that means more time.
Okay, cool, done.
But now you guys are going to get to see the quickest boss fight you'll ever see in this entire game. Prepare yourselves.
I'm ready.
Prepare yourselves.
I'm ready.
Right, so we're gonna manipulate the boss by going up a little bit so he could be at the top screen, and then we'll go from there. All right. So what's unique in this boss, despite having the lowest health in the? Oh my gosh!
It was supposed to be the fastest fight.
It's supposed to be the fastest fight. Then we messed up.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So.
Still quite speedy. Yeah, that was fast.
So DJ Kiwashi has the lowest HP in the entire game. The only thing that makes it very difficult to fight him is that in the latest update, they added extra enemies that throw you and attack you now. So it makes it a lot harder to go for the quick kill.
Yeah, and also he has to we had to break the armor that he has, which is like not a lot of bosses have that. So yeah, that's the thing. Stage 11 here, we're gonna have the elevator. We're gonna do the same thing what we did in the two stages ago, where we're gonna throw them off the elevator with everything, by any means, just so we don't have to fight. It's like when Jackie Chan's like, "Oh, please don't fight! Please don't fight!" I'm peaceful. We're just throwing them out of the way. That's it. I don't want to land punches.
Yeah, unfortunately, the signal said no go.
No.
Fight, but that's all right.
All right. Gonna use this to shred. Ooh, nice. Watch out for that.
Very good.
Nicely done. The shields are kind of also annoying for the cops, but it's okay. I mean, it's not like, ooh. It's not really like, not that hard, but it's just like still a nuisance. Because they hold their shields and you're like, once you just throw in attacks, it would be fine. Alright, I'm gonna pick up a star here so I could just go from there. Goodbye. Alright, time to rush.
Nice.
Oh, got stunned. Now they got tasers. Pick them up there. Boom. Gonna use everything in our tools to like just disintegrate these guys. Yeah, I like Floyd. Just the utility he brings. Max could bring so much damage. Yeah. Ooh. We're looping forever. Loops forever. Oh yeah, now we're going to the plane. That's right, because that's where Mr. X is trying to run away. 'Cause we definitely stopped the concert. Now we're just chasing them down.
Right, David.
All right.
This is on you. 2 stars, sir.
Ooh. Coordination.
And just like that with the coordination.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get this to rock back and cooperate. Okay.
Okay.
So we have to wait for him to be on this side.
There we go. Alright, so I'm just now protecting Kensu from not getting hit by those the ladies on the left side. That way he could just continue doing this loop forever and ever.
It is amazing how effective that combo is on these bosses. It is just unreal.
Really clean.
There's
wow.
more.
There's more.
That's the crazy part. There's actually more.
So when I just say Y, when I say Y, I mean Y twins. There's two. There's Miss Y and Mr. Y. So that's just one half of it. Now Mr. Y gone lunatic and decides like, you know what, I'm taking you down with me. All of a sudden crashes at their little private island.
Their private island. That's how much money these kids have.
Yeah, all the inheritance.
Let them inherit so much.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't die yet. Okay.
So we're gonna rush all the way to the side of the screen.
Oh, whoa, I got punched. The cannon is really good. I really love the update of the cannon that they gave him. They gave Floyd, because otherwise Floyd in the on launch had a grab, which is really fun. Still, I love having the grab, but now having him like using the cannon
with his X Buster.
Yeah, X Busters. Man, that just helps so much in terms of clearing bosses a lot faster. Ooh.
All
right, we're entering the castle. We're going to the castle here. I'm gonna go to the left.
On this way? Yeah. Barely missed.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Kubo. Oh, I forgot about the Kubo. It's okay.
And just like that. Bye-bye, Kubo.
Oh.
There you go.
Alright. I'm gonna take a fresh mace here.
Fresh mace? Alright. So we carry a mace here because this is like an old strat, but the mace actually keeps this durability for the boss.
And it's because of the boss is like metal, like actual items, and not like the robot that we will see later on is an actual item and not like an actual enemy. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting how that worked out for this game.
Yeah, I take it all away.
So this is one of the more notorious rooms in the game. This game actually, fun fact, this actually got changed by the community.
Yeah, it used to be like a spike wrecking ball. So, and sometimes people take advantage of it. Some people couldn't. So now it's just actual wrecking balls of Big Bens and stuff.
So the lore behind that is the Garcrush Games developers, they allowed me to stream current builds of the game so the community can see. And I basically use all the community feedback to help make this stage a lot better.
I'm gonna use my comment here, my cannon. Oh, let me grab that. Ow, you almost hit me. Okay, you almost hit me on that. Yeah, and we also another thing is that we have friendly fire, which is actually the best way to play this game, to be honest. In co-op version, and when you play solo, they'll take like 100% of the damage they take, but in co-op, it's reduced damage by a little bit. So for 2-player co-op with friendly fire is like 85%, while if you play with no friendly fire, it's like 75%. Oh yeah, you got that guy too. Okay, cool. Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Wow, nice.
Pick up. All right, got the mace and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna approach the final boss.
Yeah, that was Miss Y. Now they're like, we're gonna tag team you.
All right, I need one moment.
One moment.
Just
All right.
one moment. One chance.
They're grouped together here, so it just makes the super just pick both of them up at the same time. And now, once we get past this threshold, one of the twins
goes inside our mecha spider.
Yeah.
All right, so our goal now is to get rid of both of them. Time is on stage clear.
Yeah. So when I bring the mace, I'm just whacking at the just the spider. The alternate route would be like doing the back attack, because the back attack is really good too. And then we're doing loose on that. Yeah, and there we go.
And time.
Well done. Awesome job.
Yeah. And that is Streets of
Jeez.
Rage 4.
Streets of Rage 4.
Normal, a co-op normal mode.
Good times. So we'll let the...
That was awesome. The final time was 42:19. So great work.
Too bad.
We actually PB'd recently.
Yeah.
It was 37:55.
Yeah.
So there's still room to...
Wow, nice.
There's still room to get the time down. But we are working on that. We have some pretty interesting strats for these two to bring the time down. And maybe Mania Plus.
Maybe Mania Plus, because that's the most difficulty in this game. More crazy. It's really a lot more crazier than when it first came out, because Mania was notorious in Streets of Rage 2, where it's been really was really crazy and hard.
It was crazy.
And then like when Mania first came out onto this one, it was hard, but it was more manageable.
Yeah.
Because of how the changes of the game too, with the more health drops, the combo systems and stuff like that. Mania Plus came out, now it's like people.
It's like back on par with Streets of Rage 2.
Yeah.
But there is one difficulty that's actually a meme. Hardest. So hardest. Here's a fun fact. So hardest actually introduces some different enemies, like for their spawns. But the difficulty in itself isn't very high. It just has different enemy spawns. So what's interesting is if you play on easy, it kind of prepares you for normal. You play for normal, it prepares you for hard. You play hard, it does not prepare you for hardest. You play Mania, it does not prepare you for hardest. Mania Plus, like hardest is like it's almost like it's Streets of Rage 4 EX or something. Like it's its own version. Because it literally it's very serious. It's very, very different how enemy spawns and how bosses react. It's
Wow. It's like a whole new
it really
world.
is that different. Like, granted, when you go up in difficulty from hardest to Mania, it's like there's a drastic difference between those. And you would think that hardest would be something, hard, right? But it's really not. I will say this though, the hard difficulties, there is a lot more health management that you have to do because the special attacks take away way more health than normal. Only easy and normal, and easy has the lowest health takeaway. You can spam special moves.
Spam Spirit Palm, my cannon. I mean, you could do that. And then when you get to like, and then whenever it gets hard to up, it's just like, that's where.
Because each difficulty is specifically hard. I think hard from on up, it just has a specific health drop for each special move used. So you have to really maintain your health because you have the recoverable health. So if you get jammed one time, that could spell disaster for your entire run, resulting in a reset. You know how speedrunners are. That didn't happen in practice. I got a reset.
Right.
That never happens.
Of course. Of course. All right, well, thank you so much for that run. Where can people find you too? And what are you both up to?
You can catch me on twitch.tv/ShinDavid07. You can catch Shinkensu at
Shinkensu.
Yeah, really. That's where we could be at.
Twitter's the same handle. Yeah. Shinkensu. David, just same for you, right?
Same thing. Yeah, same thing with Twitter as well. Just other than that, though, been streaming like pretty much whatever variety of stuff. Could be from Streets of Rage 4 to for me like Teamfight Tactics or just a lot of different games in general. Even sometimes if I really want to play chess, I'll play chess.
For me, it's a lot of fighting games and shooters. So Valorant and Apex, you'll definitely see that on the stream. Getting back in the Streets of Rage 4 with David with co-op has been really fun. So you'll probably see that a little bit more, alongside with maybe a few other games, maybe Metroid Dread, maybe.
And I'm also maybe for me go back on Castlevania 4, Super Castlevania 4 for a little bit.
Castlevania 4, definitely.
Yeah, because that's a game that that was my origin of speedrunning.
Yeah, that's where you can find us.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you both so much. And, thank you to everyone who stuck around for this show. I had an absolute blast. The lineup was just absolutely incredible today. So shout outs to all of the runners, commentators, and tech crew who helps make Hotfix happen. Be sure to stick around for the raid. We're going to be sending some love over to the Only Marathon, which is a charity speedrunning event which is in honor of the Only Kid and in benefit of the Trevor Project. So please stick around for the raids. We can send some love over there. And if you missed any of our Hotfix shows, all of the VODs are available on the Games Done Quick YouTube. So be sure to check that out. If you happen to come in late to any of these runs and you want to catch the whole thing, you can catch them all at our YouTube. But thank you so much for joining us for It's Dangerous to Go Alone. There'll be more Hotfix back tomorrow with Awfully Silly. Have a great night, everyone, and stick around for the raid.